Now that Prince has emerged as the frontrunner for the presidency, backed by a formidable political operation, taking him down would need much more than a nascent fifth column and an assiduous U.S. attorney. This episode's sparse storylines foreshadow the mayhem that would break out in the last 4 episodes. Remember that we still have 3 more Axe episodes left. That's hardly a spoiler. And Anarchy is comparable to an Axe plus billions. The majority of the action takes place at the Owl, a secret society hideaway in frigid upstate New York. In the past, shins of blue-blooded families have congregated here to install future global leaders and, as Senior puts it, partake in the occasional nude frolic. It turns out that a number of men who were in possession of the nuclear codes had transcendent experiences in those forests, connecting with their instincts. Senior liked there because of everything's animalistic nature. Chuck and Mike Prince, however, have different goals this time around. Prince must gain the attention of George Pike IV, aka Fourth, a kingmaker who casually mentions Billy Graham, Jack, and Bobby, as in Kennedy, because the billionaire may bid farewell to his hopes of becoming president if Fourth backs a certain Owl attendee, a centrist governor from Montana who is polling way ahead of Prince. Not naturally, Chuck chooses to go in order to support said governor of Montana, Nancy Dunlap, the first woman to be awarded Owl membership, in her victory over Fourth. Prior to connecting with the natural world and the governing class, Prince needs to find a solution for his spouse Andy. Before taking on Mount Everest, it seems that her friend was scaling a peak on the Nepal-China border. He is currently hurt and stranded on the Chinese side. And he is not merely a friend. Bradford look is all, no messing with China if you want to become president, but Prince puts together the greatest team money can buy to orchestrate a covered, private rescue. When we arrive at the incredibly rustic Owl, imagine a winter summer camp without restrooms. We are greeted by Melina Kanakareed's outrageously funny Gov Nancy Dunlap, who is wearing a large, stupid hat and a lumberjack jacket. Not only is this endearing Sarah Palin an excellent competitor for any presidential candidate, but she also has no qualms about partaking in the Owl's tradition, which consists of shirtless men engaging in Indian leg wrestling. Senior's words, not mine. Dr. Swerdlow, Senior's hanger-on, is easily disarmed by the governor, who is only wearing a bra and trousers. It goes without saying that Bradford, Scooter, and Prince are concerned. Thus, it's ideal for Chuck and Prince to cross paths in the woods, which is one of the Owl's amenities. Their shared disgust of the old, rich, white guy's nakedness causes them to bond somewhat at first, but that doesn't last long as they discuss, clothe, human nature. Chuck feels that good leaders are those who have some self-doubt, but Prince contends that individuals who are completely self-assured are the only ones who should be in positions of authority. Chuck meets with Governor Dunlap the following morning and offers to grease the wheels with George Pike IV in order to assist her achieve her Democratic nomination. The governor grants the request, but Chuck's closing remarks, "I have made a career out of winning the ear of powerful men and making them see the way I see it," evidence once more that he is ultimately no different than Prince, or, as we will soon discover, Fourth himself. Now it's time to meet the mysterious Fourth, who, thanks to Griffin Dunn's portrayal, was well worth the wait. Prince strikes up a conversation with the political operative, and it's an invitation right away to Fourth's renowned campfire talk that evening. This is the chamber where everything takes place, so Prince just needs to win Fourth over and outperform Governor Dunlap, who is also invited, along with not displaying any vulnerability. It's all over when Fourth talks about hearing from new voices, who can take the nation to even greater heights, and calls Governor Dunlap's views on the use of nuclear weapons sensible. It's almost as if Prince doesn't even have to express explicitly that he would bomb a hostile nation with the intention of attacking it. Still, he does. Mike Prince is okay with the end of the world as we know it, for this reason. He believes that's a better course of action than Governor Dunlap's purportedly cautious approach. While most people look away in fear, Fourth is impressed, describing Prince's perspective as a nuanced few are brave enough to voice, and the personification of the strength of nation, which is America's central ideal. Prince's declaration that he has already given MPC instructions to liquidate all of his international holdings, guaranteeing that his financial portfolio is entirely domestic, is what really closes the deal. Once she received her party's nomination, Governor Dunlap would follow suit, but it's already too late. Fourth shakes Prince's hand as the fireside conversation comes to a conclusion, hardly acknowledging Governor Dunlap. Later in the evening, Chuck tries one final time to persuade Fourth to change his mind, but Fourth is not open to hearing Chuck's utopian views about American democracy. Fourth, even though I disagree with him, has a point when he claims that Chuck is the one harboring loony notions. Chuck ought to be aware by now that the populace, the rule of law, or the voters do not write American history. Sadly, big men with agendas have always been involved. Chuck is tiny potatoes from Ford's perspective, and Mike Prince is the one who can restore greatness to America. There's always a catch, though. Fourth will actually mentor Prince and set up a number of introductions. That is, once Prince gets rid of all evidence of his open marriage and its ongoing relationship with the Chinese authorities. So much for hiding Andy's tale of his lost love. Andy, Prince, Scooter, Wendy, Bradford, and an apprehensive Andy are gathered around the phone at the MPC offices, discussing with Derek, the imprisoned climber. His eyes are on the rescuers. Furthermore, other folks. The phone dies and we hear gunshots and screaming. Andy is inconsolable, but Prince and Scooter calmly present the facts, stating that Derek is most likely still alive, albeit detained by the Chinese. Upon arriving to the Prince townhouse later, Andy is perplexed. How in the world could the world's top rescue squad permit the Chinese police to apprehend Derek? Prince removes Derek from the mountain, proving that he followed her instructions. However, it's also clear that he made Derek's presence known to the Chinese authorities. Giving somebody a lot of authority makes them do some really strange things. The last pictures of the program should make it quite clear that Mike Prince is the most recent billionaire to sell his soul to the devil, in case you were unsure. The owl retreat ends with the male participants lighting a massive wooden owl figure on fire to the melancholic song Blind Willie McTell by Bob Dylan. While clad in black, hooded cloaks, I suppose it's better to be dark than white.